You are looking at the brand new X320 night vision thermal monocular by EOTech. My buddy Sean picked it up last week for his night hunting, meaning in Texas, hog hunting adventures. And I can tell you this thing is pretty amazing. The thing that I like about it, or appreciate about it most, is it has a one-button functionality, unlike his other thermal here. It has multiple buttons that you have to kind of fiddle around with. You do begin to memorize what's where with this one, but this one just has a one-button functionality, which is really nice. Everything that you need to do to turn it on, the brightness or gain control, if you want white hot, black hot, or whatever software color scheme you want to put in here, versus he put a yellow and red, and you'll see that in the video. This does have a video outboard, if I can pop this thing open. Sorry about that. It has a video out there, and as you can tell, it's not a standard RCA line, which means you'll be able to get better quality. And it also, as you can see, has a 12-volt alternative source there. It runs on simply 2 AA batteries, and it has a tripod mount, or if you decide to put a mount on something, though it does advise you not to hard mount this to a golf cart or something that vibrates often because of the components in there. Now, I was able to compare these two night vision monoculars side by side, and you'll be able to see the difference at yourself at about 400 yards. But I can tell you by experience, this probably is going to be a lot clearer and maybe be able to see a lot farther. It does have a zoom lens here, and we can mount this onto here. This has an internal zoom, I believe, up to about maybe 4 or 5, but we'll have to play with this to see which one has better distance and clarity. The only problem is with this one on the right is it has a 4-inch screen, and you're not going to be able to see it now, which causes night blindness, or what I call whiteout, in your eyes if you stay at it too long. Even at its lowest gain, it begins to blind you if you look at it for any length of time. This only has maybe a 2-inch screen, and it's a lot softer on your eyes. So I'm going to show you video now to roughly about 400 yards, and you can kind of compare and contrast. So this is just my first round of evaluations, and we'll play with this a little bit more. More importantly, hopefully get on some hogs soon. So I'm about 400 yards from where the cattle are down there. And this is at one-time zoom with the X3200. I'm glad you could see those baby cows, because that means you'll probably be able to see hogs at 400 yards here. Let me zoom in one time. And let me change it to a black hot. And switch over to a yellow hot or red hot. And zoom in again. Zoom in again. And again, I'm just holding this with my iPhone, so this is not the best quality. And zoom out. Let's go back to white hot here. Alright, now I'll use the other thermal that we've been playing with. Alright, here's the same image at 400 yards. Using the other thermal, you can clearly distinguish that those are definitely cattle and not hogs at 400 yards. Let me switch this one to a black hot. Hold on a second. If I remember the buttons. That's the zoom, actually. And we'll go to a black hot. There we go. Zoom back out.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?